Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica and you are at the Lopsided Crafter. Grab yourself something to drink, sit back for a spell, and let's talk about all of our yarny goodness and creations. Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica and I am the person behind the Lopsided Crafter brand, which also includes Lopsided Crafter. A little admin stuff before we get started. You can find me on all the socials as the Lopsided Crafter or Lopsided Crafter. Some of the socials, was not available. Instagram and Facebook, I am the Lopsided Crafter. YouTube, the Lopsided Crafter. And our website, lopsidedcrafter.com. So today I've got a little bit of a yarn haul for you from Love Crafts. I ordered this yarn on, today is, let me just say, Friday, April 26th is when I am filming this video. I ordered this yarn from Love Crafts. It ended up shipping from their UK warehouse because of the yarn that I purchased. I ordered this on Tuesday and I got it on Friday. Very quick shipping and turnaround right now, at least for me. I've had some orders from Love Crafts that took some time, but that's okay. You never know, whether it's going to go through customs quickly or not. So, well, I got some yarn to do. Hannah of Han Jan has this poncho, this granny poncho and granny sweater that I just absolutely love. And I loved the colors as well. So I got the same exact colors. And then I got some additional yarn for my upcoming design that, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I have already got the grading going on it. So I had to get some more so that I can create my sample. So I am going to take us to the craft table so that you can see the yarn in person and up close. So here we go. Okay, welcome back. Let's go ahead and check out this yarn. I almost wish that I would have filmed myself pulling the yarn out of the bag for this one, because y'all should have seen the look on my face when I seen the size of one of these balls of yarn. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's just jump right in. I've never tried this yarn before. Well, this color. And Hannah cut. I've never tried this particular yarn before. And as I said, Hannah from Han Jan Crochet recently came out with her granny poncho and granny sweater, and she uses this yarn, and she mentioned that it was super soft, didn't feel really heavy, so I decided I was going to give it a try. It is 100% acrylic. This is Hayfield Bonus DK Extra Value. And as I said, I did buy this on Love Crafts. This is the color Oyster Pink. This is a 100 gram ball, approximately 306 yards, 290 meters, approximately. So let's just break out the old scale here. Yes, it is a Weight Watcher scale that I do use for yarn. Because I gotta watch my yarn weight. I'm gonna take this ball band off. We're going to zero the scale out. It is set at grams, and we're going to see if it is exactly 100 grams. Go Hayfield. So this is a DK weight. Hannah said in one of her videos that it does wash up well. So I am excited to try this on that pattern. And another yarn that she suggested. So Hayfield Yarns, I don't know if you know this or not, but is a division, if you will, of Sirdar Yarns, Sirdar. So I am excited to try this. That type of yarn usually is bought in like your LYS's and things like that. So Hannah spoke very highly of this yarn. She said it washes up well. So I'm excited to try it. And like I said, when I got the same exact colors. I'm not normally a pink person. Just ask Carrie Penny of the Happy Crafty Homemaker. I am not a pinky girl. But I loved this color. And since I was going ahead and getting the same yarn color for this, I decided I might as well get the other color she suggested as well for that same pattern, because I loved and love the looks of those sweaters and ponchos. When this ball of yarn, when I opened up this package and saw the size of this ball, I was like, holy catfish, that is big. So when we go back to our other table, I will definitely show you how big it is in comparison to my noggin. But here we go. The next color I got is from Sirdar, and it is a jewel spun, and it is an Aran weight. This is 200 grams, approximately 546 yards. And this is the color Golden Feldspar. It is classified as an Aran weight, but I'm thinking it's because of the twisting, because that, in my opinion, is not very Aran weight looking. So let's just compare it. Now, granted, they are spun different, but if you look at the two different yarns side by side here, the DK weight almost looks a little thicker, but this one is spun very tightly, where this one is kind of airy. I would not classify this as an Aran weight, in my opinion, but I am not the yarn developer. So, shall we weigh this one as well, just to see? Shall we see if it's 200 grams? Let's break out our old yarn Weight Watcher scale here and pull off our band so that we can pop this buddy onto the scale. Okay, we are on and zeroed out again. This should be 200 grams. It is 196. Are we off a little bit? Yeah, just a titch. Is it going to be enough where I'm like, I'm going to send this yarn back? No, it's not. Absolutely, positively not. Because sometimes you get yarn within the same family, the same color, that may be more. So let's just take the next ball in the same color and test that theory out. Let's see if that one weighs more or if it also weighs 196. Now, if I had a ball of yarn and it was like a major difference, like 20 grams or so. Yeah, I'm definitely going to say something. But 4 to 6 grams, I'm not. And that's only because, you know, a lot of this stuff is cut by machines and things slip through every once in a while. Doesn't mess up. See, this one is exactly 200. Show you the last color that I got. This pretty green color. This one is lemongrass, and it is in the same yarn family and parameters as the oyster that I showed you earlier. Our next one is also in the same family, and this is just a neutral gray. Light gray mix is what they are naming it. So those are the 3 colors that I got from the Hayfield brand, a division of Sirdar, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then I got this jewel spun from Sirdar as well. All of them purchased on Love Crafts. I do have an affiliate link to Love's Crafts that is below. I don't get any kickbacks from that, but it does help me with this channel as far as tutorials and things like that. So if you're interested in using that link, I appreciate it. And if not, that is fine too. Okay, let's go back to our other table so we can talk more about when I would have a conflict with the yarn weight being different than the ball band explains. Okay, welcome back to this view. Didn't you just love those colors? And before I elaborate a little bit more on the yarn weight, let me just show you the size of this jewel spun, like in comparison to my head. Like, it covers my whole face. It's huge. Absolutely huge. And the colors, so I'm wondering, do I want to color coordinate, like, because it is a variegated, do I want to make sure that everything's even in this pattern, or do I just want to go with the flow? Tell me, what do you do? Do you, when you use like a cake type yarn, do you cut the colors, the cake up so you know you can determine which color's next, or do you just go with the flow? Back to the one ball of yarn weighing a little less than its twin. Okay, it was 4 grams difference. For 4 grams, I'm not gonna say anything. You know, like I said, sometimes things like that happen. A lot of this yarn, it's machines, it's the technology might have been off that day, the power might have surged, it might have been the end of a ball, and I would much rather be 4 grams short than have a massive knot for 4 more grams of yarn. Okay, having said that, if it's 10 to 20 grams off, that's when I'm going to, 10 or more, 10, 20, 30, whatever, you know, if it's more than 10 off, that's when I kind of tend to say something. Because if you are using a pattern, meaning you're using somebody else's pattern, you're not designing something yourself, but you're using somebody else's pattern, most designers put in a buffer. They may only use 80, 85 grams of that 100 gram ball, but they're going to tell you 100 grams. So you have that buffer, because everybody crochets different. Everybody's tension is different. I mean, even your tension can be different from one part of the day to another part of the day. All depends on how stressed you are, the temperature. Are your hands warm? Are your hands cold? That's why it's best to, especially if you're making a garment, to always check your gauge all the way throughout your project. Because the last thing you want to do is try it on and it doesn't fit because your tension and your gauge has changed. So, having said that, if it's more than 10, that's when I would say something, because I have purchased this yarn with the intention of making a project that the designer said I need blah, blah, blah amount of yarn. Knowing that there is some kind of buffer in there, unless the designer tells you exactly how much of a buffer it is, you're not going to know. That's why the majority of your projects, you're working on something and you've always got this leftover yarn and you're like, why do I have so much yarn left over? Well, because the designer built that buffer in for you to make sure that you do have enough yarn. So yeah, that's when I would say something, because I don't want to spend all that money on yarn only to find out at that point that I don't have enough because the ball did not weigh what it says on the label and what the designer of that particular crocheted or knitted item, or even loom knitted item, intended for. So I know I kind of went off on a thing there, but you know, 4 grams, I'm okay with it. 10 grams and over, no. I mean, I have actually gotten a ball of yarn from it was a hank of yarn from a independent yarn dyer that was supposed to be 100 grams. It was 120 grams. I've gotten a hank of yarn from another independent yarn dyer. It was supposed to be 100 grams. It was 80 grams. So I didn't say anything about the 110 because obviously I've got more yarn than the ball band says. But I did mention it to that yarn dyer about the 80. Now, having said that, on this realm, that yarn was not bought for anything other than a Musselburgh hat. So in that respect, those 10 grams less, actually it was 20 grams less. So I make a different color brim on the hat. But if it's a big project and I know that I'm going to need 300 grams and I weigh that yarn and I only have 250, then I'm going to be upset. Especially if I know that I need all that yarn. Y'all came for a yarn haul. Y'all didn't come for a yarn weighing talk. So I'm sorry that it kind of went into that, but sometimes it's nice to go a little bit further and elaborate on some things, because I know that some people don't realize that there is a buffer built in. I recommend, all that to say, I recommend, in my personal humble opinion, that if you purchase yarn from somebody, whether it's a well-known company or a independent yarn dyer or an LYS type, if the yarn doesn't weigh what the band says, like I said, over a certain amount, I would reach out to them. They may do nothing. They may send you a duplicate in the mail. They may send you a coupon to get a percentage off of another order. But you're never going to know unless you do reach out. So I hope you enjoyed this little yarn haul and this little video that I just did. Stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram. I'm not sure when I'm going to start working on that poncho, or am I going to do the sweater first, but I love it. Again, if you ask Carrie Penny, we live in the South. acrylic yarn really is not our best friend when it comes to garment, but I loved the look of it so much. I figured, you know what? If anything, it'll be a winter garment then. So stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me here on YouTube. Go check out our website. And as I start working on this to show you different things, follow me also on Instagram for behind the scenes of one of my new upcoming designs that is going to be a sweater. And if it works out the way I want it to, you'll only have 2 seams. I know. But, oh well, I'm not going to spoil anything. You'll just have to follow me to find out more. Okay, guys, until next time, happy crafting. Bye. Can you believe I just said that? Happy blah, blah, blah. What is happy blah, blah, blah? It's Sirdar, S-I-R-D-A-R. I mentioned that earlier. Okay, cut. Let's just cut. Cut. I hope you guys are enjoying these little bloopers that I'm putting in here at the end now so that you can see I'm human too. Okay, guys, until next time, happy. Okay, guys, until next time, happy crafting. Bye.